Hi, Rodney. My name is Steven, and I left you a voicemail on your phone when I called a little bit earlier. Hey, in this video, I'm going to be going over 3 things that you can start doing today that will start ranking your website above your competitors when it comes to these online searches, in turn, getting you more high quality jobs. Now, by the end of this video, you can see, if by the end of this video, you can see that I do have the know how to get this done. You can reply back if you want, we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. The 3 things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your homepage here. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content when it comes to these service-based industry websites on these homepages. This gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords. That's basically all the keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. Now, I went ahead and I pulled up one of the main competitors here in your area for Pikeville and Goldsboro, and that's Carolina Comfort Air. I threw them into a tool that I use here called SE Ranking, and currently their website is being found for 323 keywords, and over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 206 times. Now, mind you, that's the other locations too. I'm not sure what locations you serve, as it's not on your webpage, which I wanted to go over that as well. But we can go back and we can look at yours, that artisanairllc.com, and you're currently being found for 4 keywords, and over the past 30 days, your website was clicked on 6 times. So we can go back to our competitors' information here, and we can click on this 323, the number for the keywords, and it'll bring up every single one of those keywords. Now, like I said, I'm not sure what areas you service, but you could look at all these, like for example, see, they have Carolina, that's a branded, but HVAC and NC. HVAC companies NC, we could find it. We'd have to look through here a little bit, but here you go. HVAC Goldsboro NC, that got searched 110 times over the past month, right? And so we want to make sure you have all the keywords that people are searching for the services, for the locations and the areas that you service. And we can use this tool to find all those keywords, not only by looking at our top competitors, but we can use it and it'll help us find all the other similar keywords and fill in those gaps with the keywords that our competitors don't have, right? And that's why it's so good to have that at least 1,500 words, because like I said, it gives you all that opportunity to put in those keywords without it looking unnatural in what we call keyword stuffing. Now, a couple things I did want to note here on your website. You have something here, I'm not sure what that is, but it's causing a little disruption. And then also, I don't know what locations you service. So that would be good too, to actually update a locations page on here, or locations pages, right? Which is even better for ranking purposes. Now, that's it for content. Next thing I'll be going over are citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC Goldsboro NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are going to click on one of these businesses here. This is the map pack. This has to do with your Google business profile. Now, the main drivers here, despite what people think, they think it's reviews, and that does come into play, but the 2 main factors are proximity and citations. Now, proximity, we don't have too much control over unless you move, right? But we have plenty of control over citations. A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of directories are Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. There's a bunch of them that I'm sure you have quite a bit, but you want to be in at least the top 100. And you can Google the top 100 HVAC directories for citations, and that will give you a list that you definitely want to be on all of those, right? And then on top of that, go ahead and Google the 3 core data aggregators. Nowadays, you want to go ahead and get verified in all those three. There's a small fee, but it's completely worth it. Once you're verified, it takes all your information and it pushes it out to hundreds of other directories, applications, and GPS systems, which creates data consistency, which is a huge trust signal to not only Google, but to AI platforms, all of them. But some examples of the big ones are like ChatGPT and Google Gemini, which will enable them to, they'll be more likely to refer your business, and then you're more likely to show up in this map pack as well. Now, underneath the map pack is a Google's organic search results list. Number one spot here captures anywhere between 30 to 50% of all the clicks. So this is between 40 and 60, but it's split in between these businesses here. This is 30 to 50 all by itself. The main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now, when talking about backlinks, essentially you have other websites out there, right? And say, for example, they have a link on their website somewhere on one of their pages that when it's clicked, it links back to your website. Now, the more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to your website, the better. See, Google uses these backlinks as like an online referral system. So say, for example, you have a popular industry related site or a local blog page that's linking back to your website. That's what's actually going to help push your website up in Google's rankings. Okay, so let's go back to our competitors' information here that I showed you earlier before we were looking at their organic traffic and their keywords. Now let's focus on this section over here. This is like the backlink section. Now, to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you when people are searching for your services. Now, once Google finds you, they got to determine where they're going to place you on their list. And that is all determined by your backlinks, specifically where you're getting your backlinks from. So the competition here, Carolina Comfort, currently has 115 backlinks coming from 50 other websites. These are called referring domains here. Let's take a look at yours. You currently have 34 backlinks coming from 33 other websites. So it's not necessarily about the number, it's about the relevance and the popularity, pretty much, of the websites they're getting their backlinks from. That's what's pushing them up. So we want to take a look at that. We want to take a look at the 50 websites they're getting backlinks from. We can click on that number. It's going to bring up all 50 right here. There's 3 pages of them, and it would really benefit you to get a list like this. Go through the list and go ahead and acquire backlinks from every one of these. Now, if you were to do that, and this is assuming at this point that your website structure was right, the content was right, and the keywords were right, this would eventually put you in contention for the number one spot. Now, what will put you up over the top is if you, after you executed that, month after month, like each month, get about between 10 and 15 to 20 more backlinks from other relevant websites. And this would push you up over the top, and you would get all that traffic that they're currently getting. Now, just to recap, first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations. You want to be in at least the top 100 HVAC directories, and then also those 3 core data aggregators. And then lastly, backlinks. You need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Goldsboro area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or if you want, you can give me a call or just simply reply back to this email. Again, my name's Steven. My number is 910-551-2006. We can schedule a short discovery call, and that's about it. Thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your day, Rodney.